Welcome back. You're watching Unplugged, and I'm in conversation with Nilesh Shah. I have my mobile in my hand because I want to show Nilesh something and I want his reaction. That's Nilesh Shah's wife, by the way, with her comment on Nilesh Shah. Nilesh, you want to look at this?
When I think about Nilesh, the very first thing that comes in my mind is his simplicity, which has not changed over the years. Now I know him for more than 2 decades. So I remember this, that after our engagement, we were meeting for the first time, and he came in a smart grey polo t-shirt. And I think I told him also that, it's looking good on him or something like that. And then in the next 1 month, we must have met some 4 or 5 times. And every time he'll come in the same grey t-shirt. And I was like, is it because I told him that you're looking nice in that he's wearing the same t-shirt again and again? Or is it that he doesn't have any other good t-shirt? Well, I was wrong. Later on, I came to know that he had 5 t-shirts, same. He liked it and he bought it. And so he doesn't care about what he's wearing and all. He's very simple.
Okay. You have more t-shirts now, or are you still with just...
So now I have graduated. You can see this nice shirt. It has my daughter on it. So we have got 3rd daughter in our family. Very recently we acquired a dog.
Okay.
So my daughters have gifted it. So yes, now I have improved.
Okay. Talking about daughter, 3rd daughter, I remember once we were having a conversation on WhatsApp, I think it was, and we were, exchanging some conversation on market, and we were referring to equity as the 3rd child concept. You think that that's a good concept?
Yes. It's now I will say equity is your first child, because whether your kids will take care of your retirement, I pray and wish that it happens, but it's unlikely to be true. So you might as well plan for your retirement, and equities is the only thing which will give you.
Okay.
I met someone in Bhubaneswar day before yesterday. The guy is investing in bank fixed deposits, all his money. And I just asked him one question, sir, when you started investing in bank FD, what were you getting? He said 11, 12, 13, 14%. I said, sir, later on, 5 years, 7 years down the line, what were you getting when they come for maturity? He said 7, 8, 9, 10%. I said, sir, after 7 years, when they'll again come for maturity, what do you think you will get? And he said 3, 4, 5, 6%. Now, if you are going to see that kind of drop in interest rate, you have no option but to invest in equity. And I don't know whether your kids will take care of you or not, but certainly your equity will take care. So now it's the 1st child, not the 3rd child.
Okay, 1st child, not the 3rd child. A couple of more anecdotes in your investments, and then we'll move to one more lighter topic. Gujarat Fluorochem is one of your regrets, that you did not invest despite having conviction in that?
So I joined, in my job at ICICI Prudential, and I put a condition that we will not invest in any stock till such time we have met the management. We had launched a value fund over there, Discovery, and based on quantitative analytics, we had figured out that Gujarat Fluoro is the stock to buy. But we couldn't meet the management. We tried on our own, we tried via broker. And then I said, look, we will follow the investment process. We will not go by our gut. We will not invest till such time we have met the management. That costed me a 10-bagger stock.
Okay.
Maybe I should have got the flexibility to invest in companies even when managements are not willing to meet you, if you have done your homework properly. I think that was a lesson. You need to have a process, you need to have a discipline, but every rule needs to have an exception. Yes. Making money is paramount. Following process is just a incidental thing. I can't be rigid in my process. I have to be flexible to make money.
I remember I was having a conversation with someone who said the same about Asian Paints, that not investing because the management was not as approachable maybe, and thus missing out. So that's one lesson, that when at times you have conviction, you go out and buy. Any other lesson from, for example, Subex that you think was one of your mistakes?
Yes. So this is one company where we had almost 10% stake, extremely close with the management, tracked the company and the sector quite well. Then obviously the stock corrected after a big acquisition, didn't work out. And today in the hindsight, when I look at where we went wrong, we didn't read the balance sheet. The company had funded their acquisition and the profit was coming in P&L, but the write-downs of goodwill was not at all getting passed through P&L. We should have made the adjustments for the amortization of goodwill. That would have given us a sell signal long back. So if you don't read balance sheets, just focus on management, just focus on sector, just focus on sell-side research, you are bound to make a mistake. You are going to get slapped hard. And I remember Subex every time I get, kind of tardy not to read the balance sheet.
How much money did you lose in Subex?
It was reasonably large sum of money. And more than the money, it was failure of your, something which was apparent. When investors give us money, they expect that thing from us.
Yes.
That you will be
at least
thorough in your job.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have picked this up from our balance sheet analysis.
Okay.
That, the goodwill, it's getting impaired and it needs to be amortized.
Okay, let's move on to some lighter topics as well. A little birdie tells me that you are very fond of shairis, and in your free time you do a lot of shairis. Something that you would want to tell our viewers?
So, in our courtship days, yes, I was doing lots of poems. Now everything is gone. But this is one poem which I have always found useful in market. This is the poem by Harivansh Rai Bachchan, Agnipat. Vriksha ho gane, ho gade, ho bade, ek patra chhav ki, mang mat, mang mat, mang mat, Agnipat, Agnipat, Agnipat. Tu rukega nahi, tu mudega nahi, tu thakega nahi, le sapat, le sapat, le sapat, Agnipat, Agnipat, Agnipat. This is the poem which kind of tells you about the market. You just have to keep on moving forward. There will be constraints, there will be problems, but just focus on your work and keep on moving forward.
Okay, so Nilesh Shah, 10 years from here, still do you see yourself in a mutual fund, Kotak mutual fund maybe, and still doing stock market analysis and individual stock selection, or do you think you would have moved to something else?
I don't know what will be in future, but I do remember moving from mutual fund into sell side for 4 years, and throughout that 4 years I was a reasonably successful investment banker, but I always missed being on the buy side. The blessings which you get here, you are not going to get anywhere. So this is one job where I not only get paid money, but I also collect enough duas. I think I'll continue here.
Okay, one more thing which we came to know from your wife was that even when you go on holidays, if you go on a 10-day holiday, first day is fine, you're all enjoying. Second day onwards, you're back into your books. Are you a voracious reader, and what are your favorite 2 or 3 books that you would want to recommend everyone to read?
So I am a voracious reader. I can read from regional language all the way up to English. I can read stock market books. I can read fiction. I read a lot, probably 2-3 hours a day. And some of the books which I have always liked is Common Stock, Uncommon Profit by Philip Fisher.
Which is also Rhythm's favorite book.
The second one is Liar's Poker. It's not necessarily linked to stock market, but it is linked to market.
Because poker is more of a market-related game, that's right.
The third one is a book called Irrational Exuberance. I'm forgetting who wrote that, but I found that book quite good. Even a small book called Anatomy of a Bear by Russell Napier.
Yes.
I found it quite interesting. I found it quite relevant for the job which we are doing. So there are n number of books. There's so much of knowledge. You just have to keep on reading it.
Okay. We can't end this show without asking you one more Gujarati proverb and any relevance in stock markets.
So there is a very nice proverb which says that Bavar vaviye to amba na uke. So Bavar is a tree which kind of has a lot of nooks, a lot of kata, whereas mango obviously everyone knows. So if you have bought stupid stock, if you have bought bad stocks, you can't expect return. For good stocks, you need to invest. You need to, make good picking. Now, when a mango tree grows, it takes 12 years to give you fruit. You don't go and complain to God that, boss, jara jaldi bhej do. Similarly, in stock market, it's the patience which pays. Even if you have picked up a good stock, you need to give them time so that it can deliver mango. There's no quick solution over here.
Okay. Okay, I hope our viewers take that advice, Nilesh. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Not just about stock market, but also about your personality. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anuj.